During Hurricane Isabel, the Potomac rose by more than 9 feet, 3 feet above the George Washington Parkway, and caused incredible flooding in New Alexandria, just south of Alexandria in the Mount Vernon area. I mean, there's a lot of discussion and a task force among the residents of New Alexandria about what we can do for that. The governor has a task force on climate change that is addressing it. Our state is very concerned about Norfolk, which is really one of the ground zeros dealing with climate change. Even though I don't represent Norfolk, it's important what happens there, because what happens with sea level rise, it doesn't just stay on the coast. We need to coordinate with our federal, state, and local partners, and I'm here to learn better about how to do that at the state level, what the Commonwealth of Virginia can and should be doing to deal with sea level rise. It's very important that officials from around the country get together, especially on a bipartisan basis, to learn from best practices. We don't want to wait for the next major event to hit my district or hit Virginia when we can do some things to mitigate the impact before it even occurs. I mean, I've heard about experiences of other elected officials in their areas, and also it's been fascinating to hear from NOAA about what resources are available to predict the impact of sea level rise and the future. I will say that in Old Town Alexandria, we have a marker near the foot of King Street showing how high the Potomac is, or how high flooding could be above the Potomac, and how high above sea level. And it's frightening when we see that used. Coastal communities in this country are home to 123 million Americans. And further, the property, the structures along sea level that could be impacted are valued at more than $1 trillion. This is not just a local problem, and it's not just a state problem. This is a national problem, and we need to address it proactively. We've seen extreme weather events across this country. As air becomes warmer, we know that hurricanes are more intense and longer lasting, and I'd like to see how we can address this before one directly impacts my community and before more impact our Commonwealth adversely. As a member of the Virginia Senate's Agriculture, Conservation, and Natural Resources Committee, this summit will provide me with information that's extremely valuable as we consider legislation to deal with issues affecting the sea level rise.